You will cry. It's some stuff that will happen in your life that will make you cry. It's okay. It's a part of the deal. If you can't handle pain, you don't want success.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
You have to give it everything you got. No more TV, no more parties, no more playing. If you don't have a 4.0, what you need to be doing is studying. Get off the phone. I'm sorry, I'm not available until the end of this year. You reached the right number, but you called me at the wrong time. Call me back January 1st. I'm about to get busy now.
I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That makes me fucking happy, what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. Pain.
Well, it's the most important attribute. It's more important than intelligence. It's more important than domain expertise. That ability to grind through even when you don't see immediate results, even when it looks like you're going backwards. That ability to stay gritty and grind, that's the difference between winners and losers. You practice piano, you practice math, you practice cooking, practice some grit.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute or an hour or a day or even a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. At the end of pain is success. You're not going to die because you're feeling a little pain. So don't worry about a little pain. My greatest asset is I was homeless. So I can't feel a whole lot of pain. I've already been alone. There's not a whole lot of hurt I can feel.
Pain is temporary, price forever. What does that mean? It means if you push past the pain, right behind the pain is a pride. And why is pain temporary? Only when pride has been presented. Because that feels amazing. That's what you remember. You don't remember the pain. You only remember the pain if you never get to the pride. Therefore, the pain is forever. Forever, not temporary. Fucking forever.
We often hear stories of people who succeed seemingly without effort. Those who make it look easy. But what we don't see is the grit behind their success. The countless hours they spent practicing, failing, trying again. The times they wanted to quit, but didn't. We don't see the struggle they faced or the sacrifices they made. And yet through it all, they held on.
Don't stop! Don't stop! Don't stop running toward your dream. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Keep your head up. Stick your chest out. Continue to walk with pride. And know that if it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not going to be easy, but we have what it takes.
Stop giving up. Stop sleeping on the street. Stop walking up and down Finkel Avenue like you ain't got nothing and get your GED. Stop being afraid to take a test. Stop being afraid to go to college because your daddy didn't go and your mama didn't go. Stop being afraid and be the best Eric Thomas you can be. But listen to me, it's going to be hard. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree, but I got it. And guess what? On a degree, it don't have dates. So if it took you 4 and it took me 12, it don't show up nowhere. But I'm exactly where I wanted to be because I realized I got to commit my very being to this thing. I got to breathe it. I got to eat it. I got to sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you the world is yours.
I swam for over 20 years, and I can guarantee you there was probably 100 days where I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to stay in the pool or stay in my bed and not get out. But those were the days where you have to. You have to get up and do something, because I think that's really what separates the good from the great. The greats do things when they don't always want to do them.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Stay in it.
stay focused.
It's not easy reaching your goal. It's not easy changing your life. It's not easy trying to build a business and people are negative and saying no every day. It takes a lot of guts. Bill collectors are calling and your phone might be cut off and you might lose your job. It takes a lot of guts. You don't have nothing but lint in the corner of your pockets. You're out there talking about living your dream and people laughing at you and they're doubting you. Well, let me tell you, I believe in revenge like Frank Sinatra. He said the best revenge is massive success.
Are you suffering? Are you in pain? Good. You are on a good path. Suffering is the only way to the top.
But it's worth fighting. It's worth believing. It's worth mustering yourself up, standing up inside yourself. It's worth fighting relentlessly, never giving up.
It's necessary that you be patient. It's necessary that you take a stand, that you dig in. It's necessary to know there are going to be some difficult times. I know I'm going to have to take some blows. Find out how strong I am. Can I stand up? I know I'm going to experience some rejection and disappointment. I know there are going to be some hard decisions to make. That things are going to be so uncertain that I'm going to feel overwhelmed and feel like I can't handle it. I know I'm going to experience all of that. Why? It's necessary. It's a part of life. It's called life.
And some of you are not successful because every single time you run up against a trial, every time you run up against a tribulation, you stop.
Let me tell you something. I get so pissed at people who want me to pay them and I got to help you do your job. I gotta pay you and I gotta help you. This is why I'm hurt. Because I gotta pay you to do your job, help you with your job, and you never give me none of the money that you make. You never come to me and say, you know what? Quiet is kept between me and you. You took some of the responsibility off me. I'm gonna give you 10 grand for that. Take 10% out of my check. You're not gonna give me your money, but you're gonna give me your responsibilities. So if you can't be responsible, I don't need you. I can't hire people that only do work. Stop working for money. The real money is in responsibility. When I show up to a corporation, they know they only got to do one thing. Tell me what you need, give me the mic, and get out my way. Whatever you told me you paying me the 75 grand for, I promise you I will deliver. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. It is easy to quit when success seems so far out of reach. But if we embrace grit, we shift from being passive observers of our circumstances to achieve creators of our own futures.
When they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out so hard, 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face? The others are working out just as hard as you do, and they look sour in the face. Why is that? And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality. Every single set that I do, every repetition, every weight that I lift will get me a step closer to turn this goal into reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat. I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise, for the next half hour of posing and all the kind of things that you have to do to be a champion.
First things you're going to find about being gritty is that it really has to be something that you're excited about, that's worthwhile to you for whatever reason, to push through, to suffer through the boredom, the difficulties and all of that. And I think that's the most underlooked part of grit, is that it needs to be something that you're compelled by. It's got to be like cool and exciting and interesting to you.
Because I'm telling you from experience, I got a GED. I lived in abandoned buildings, ate out of trash can. I got a PhD now, and that ain't on IQ. That's on GQ, grit. That's all grit. PhD is all grit. Master's degree, all grit. Took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. That's all grit. So I can't teach you how to be elite, But I can teach you how to go in there. I'm talking about grit. I can teach you how to go in there and murder some other team. Not with talent. Just outdoing. So I'm talking about endurance. Just having more stamina than they got.
It's about winning one-on-one battles. Fight your fight. It's our fight to fight. 1-6 doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do when you 1-6. Give everything you got today. Fight your fight.
Come on, where are your values behind the scenes? What do your habits look like behind the scenes? Come on, what kind of work are you putting in behind the scenes? Come on, drop down and give me 50. Come on, write it again. Come on, believe it again. Come on, sing again. Record the song again. Come on, I'm talking to that athlete. I'm talking to that musician. Come on, who are you out there? When you are committed, you give everything you have. Every single day. You are either losing ground or gaining ground. The choice is yours. But this time, make it personal. The greatest minds, the most successful entrepreneurs, and the most accomplished individuals didn't get to where they are without failure. They didn't get to where they are without learning, adjusting, and keeping at it when things got tough. You see, grit requires a shift in how we perceive challenges. We must begin to see difficulties, not as threats, but as opportunities.
Don't look for any gains where there's been no sacrifice. Don't wake up and look for no game. Don't look for your game to improve. Don't look for the record to improve. Without sacrifice, there are no gains. You think this is tough? So the fact that he's riding you, the fact that the coaching staff is riding you and saying no shortcuts, do it the right way, do it over, do it over, do it over, do it over. Why? Because in practice you get to do it over. In the game you don't. They write that stuff down. It's recorded.
It's the only way to change. Upstairs.
Different scares people. And anytime anybody's told me I'm crazy, I've always thanked them for that. Because it gave me the ability to see and do things that other people can't do, and acknowledge things that other people won't acknowledge. If you're obsessed with taking your business, your sport, whatever it is, to another level, stand up. You must be able to deal with pain. And the more understanding you have of what's causing you the pain and how you've dealt with it is going to determine how successful you will be in whatever you choose in life. Just shut up and let me enjoy this pain. I don't want anything to numb it. I don't want anything right now. I think the thing that people misunderstand about success is they're looking for the easiest way to get there. Look at the most successful people in the world. They're the most coachable. They have the least amount of doubt. Mm-hmm. They have the least amount of doubt. You usually have doubt because of what somebody else is going to think of you.
Talk about grit, right? That ability to grind and stick with something even when you're not seeing progression, even when you don't see results being made. So it's a really important attribute, right?
I want to encourage somebody out there who's thinking about quitting and giving up, somebody who has been praying for years for things to turn around. You're thinking about quitting, you're thinking about giving up. You are folding, you are caving in. This is for you.
You're in this storm and you're down on your knees and you're cold and you're weak and you feel like this is the end. You have a choice to either give up or keep going. Give up or get up.
It's on you. Your failure and your success is on you. Your dreams and thoughts better be so big that they better scare you. They better scare you. Because you're not thinking big enough then. You don't want it. It has to be something that nobody else has thought about before or done before. The process it takes to be number one and stay at number one, you have no idea. Very few people understand what winning and success does to an individual's mental health. Everybody wants to sit in your seat until they have to sit in your seat. But it takes a special individual, and there's very few people that can do that.
Now, whatever goal you have, here's what we know. You're going to have some opposition. You're going to have some difficulties. You're going to have some challenges. Long journey, long dark night. But when you hold on to your dream, don't let anybody kill it in you. Just hold on to that dream. When it doesn't make sense to anybody, including you sometimes, just hold on. Once you give yourself an opportunity to try and to stretch, you'll find out you can do more than you can ever begin to imagine.
Everyone's going to hit adversity. It's how you deal with that adversity. And the key word is you, not letting somebody else deal with that adversity. You have to deal with that adversity. And how you deal with it. Are you going to fight through it, or are you going to curl up and just roll over into the corner? I always say this, the most driven individuals, they live a life for many years and certain times without balance. Everybody strives for balance, balance, balance. And in order to be that obsessed with something over and over again, there is going to be times where things are going to be out of balance. It just is.
Pain is not unexpected but welcomed. A necessary down payment for the pride of what the future will always hold.
I love the sun, but things don't grow because of the sun. You have to have some rain. And you've got to stop looking at rain in your life as something bad. My greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. My greatest moments came from my greatest defeats. Because it was during my defeat that I had to find a way to get back up. Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. Don't say I'm having a bad day. Say I'm having a character building day. It takes guts. You got to dig down deep to gut it out. Keep on going again and again and again. It's hard. No, easy is not an option. However, ladies and gentlemen, what you will discover is that it's worth it.
When you fail, try again and again and again. You just take one step at a time.
It's hard.
So people that aren't going to see your vision, people didn't see Jeff Bezos' vision, people don't see Elon Musk, people don't see Kobe and Jordan's vision, and that's okay, but you've got to be willing to see it in yourself.
If I got to look at I got to give you the dishes knowing that they done. I got to give you my car knowing that you really washed it, that you took care of it. I'll pay you whatever you want me to pay you. I just don't want to have to come behind you because now I got to work. And if I got to work, I should just